Hey gang, have you ever wanted to try out one of these tiling window manager setups in Linux, but just found it to be too daunting? I mean, what programs am I gonna install? How do I configure everything? Where do I share my configs? What kind of anime background desktop images do I use? What if something breaks? Well, you don't have to worry anymore, because in this video, I'm gonna show you how to turn a fresh Linux installation using just one command into an amazing pre-configured tiling window manager. I mean, we have theme switching, we have application launching, we have a beautiful pre-configured status bar, we have notifications, shoot, I even have a finger scanner working on my laptop. And the best part, there's an active community constantly updating, tweaking, and making this configuration better and better. So if you've ever wanted to try out a tiling window management setup in Linux, now is the time to do it. This is Omarchy, let's dive right in. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna have to do if we wanna try out Omarchy, which is this amazing Arch Linux and Hyprland setup, is actually install Arch Linux itself. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Now don't worry, it's not that scary, and when you're done installing it, you could say, I use Arch, by the way. So for me, when it comes to installing Arch Linux, I like to do things the easy way. You see, there's the hard way of installing Arch Linux, which is mounting all the volumes by yourself, running everything by hand, following along with the Arch Wiki. You might get more street cred that way, but I like to do things the easy way, which is the Arch install script. So let's install Arch using the Arch install script. After we launch it, you can see that we get a nice little TUI so that you can select the things that you want when installing Arch. The first place we go to is our disk configuration. I like to use the best effort disk partitioning layout, and I choose btrfs as the file system. By the way, I know it's BTRFS. I just like calling it btrfs. It's funnier that way. Now, BTRFS or btrfs is great because you get snapshots built in. I love BTRFS. Next, we go to the host name that we want for our new Arch Linux install. I choose Galactus. I don't know why, it just made me laugh in the moment, and I like to entertain myself while I'm all alone here installing Arch. Next, we set up our root password, and then we create our user account. For the user account, I use Typecraft because, of course, I'm Typecraft, and I'm also not very creative, so I just go with Typecraft. Now we confirm and exit. Then for the audio server, I like to use Pipewire. That's just one that I've been using lately and it works really well for me. Next, for our network configuration, we just want to select, copy the network configuration used for installation, pretty straightforward. And then under additional packages, this is important. We want to install wget. We can navigate to additional packages, hit / and type wget. Now wget will be installed in our base Arch install. Then I set up my time zone and I'm ready to install. We start installing and then we wait. And once the installation has finished, you now have an Arch Linux install. We can navigate to Arch Linux. We installed Grub as our bootloader here. And when Arch Linux loads, we can actually log in with our Typecraft username and the password we set for that user. And now this part is critical. This is why we installed wget as our custom packages that we wanted installed in our fresh Arch Linux installation. We use wget to install Omarchy. Wget with the Q and O flags means that it's quiet, which it suppresses output, and then O means that it actually downloads the contents to a file, and since we don't specify a file, it downloads it to standard out. And then we type in omarchy.org/install and pipe that to bash. So ultimately what happens here is we get a file, push it to standard out, and pipe that to bash, which means we immediately run whatever script we just downloaded with wget. Now, Omarchy is pretty straightforward. It asks you for just a couple of questions for Git integration stuff. So I put in my email and my full name. Don't tell anyone, okay? I'm Typecraft between you and me. And after putting in our full name and our email, it will download all these packages and run everything it needs to run. And after installing Omarchy, when you reboot your Arch Linux installation, you will be brought to something that looks like this. What is this? Well, you see, this is Hyprland, and it's not just Hyprland, it's so much more. The underlying theme of Omarchy, you see, is omakase. That's part of the name. Oma stands for omakase, and Archy stands for, well, Arch Linux. Omakase means that you'll eat whatever the chef has prepared. The chef decides the menu and you just consume it, right? And so the chef is DHH here, and we are the people consuming this setup for Hyprland. Now, what's great about having an Omakase setup in Hyprland is that it kind of solves a really big problem that I had with Hyprland and tiling window managers in general. You see, tiling window managers are very, very minimal and they don't come with much, so you have to configure everything by hand, maintain your own dot files, fix stuff that breaks, install new packages when other ones are deprecated, and all that stuff. But with Omarchy, we don't have to worry about that. Let's show off some of the things that come with Omarchy in this Omakase setup. First of all, we have Waybar. Waybar is a fantastic tool for a status bar in Hyprland. I love it. Now, the great part about this Waybar setup is it already has so many tools that you may not have even thought to install on your own. You see, all of these tools have already been discovered and set up in such a way that you can just use them and not worry about them. For instance, when I click on sound, I actually get my terminal and it opens up a program where I can look at and select my sound input devices, my configuration, output devices, all of that stuff. It's already pre-built for you. Same thing goes with stuff like, I don't know, my Bluetooth. This opens a program called Blueberry, which was already installed and already set up so that it can actually manage my Bluetooth for me. And now Bluetooth just works out of the box. I don't have to worry about which Bluetooth program I'm going to install, which one's the best. It's already there for me. By the way, I see my host name is Galactus. Just makes me laugh. But hold on, cowboy. You may be wondering, how are all these programs installed and how are they managed? Well, can I see what programs are installed and why? Well, actually, yes. If we hit Super Enter, we can actually open up. Let me just make my font a little bit bigger here. It's really small. We can go to our local share directory and cd into Omarchy. You see, when Omarchy installs, it copies all of its configuration and all of its scripts into local share. So when we look at Omarchy and type ls, which by the way is exa, another great program that is installed by default, we see all of the things that Omarchy has. And the best part about Omarchy, the best thing is that it's super simple. Let me show you. I'll type nvim because nvim is the thing that is installed with Omarchy. And by the way, by default has lazy vim. Amazing stuff. Now in Omarchy here, if I look for something called install.sh, I can actually see this is the installation script. Pretty cool. But what's great is that the installation script just sources shell scripts. That's it. All of Omarchy is just shell scripts. This is my favorite part about Omarchy. It's super transparent, super straightforward. So if we look at our directory tree here and go into install, we can see that we actually have all of our shell scripts right here. And this is all Omarchy does. It just installs shell scripts. It's absolutely fantastic. And we can see it set up in such a way that this is actually how I would do things. It installs Yay, which is a helper for Pacman so that you can use the AUR along with the official packages in Arch. And if I scroll down, we can see that each package, each thing is its own shell script. So my terminal, it installs Alacrity and it also installs everything else needed for the terminal. For our config, it actually runs a whole shell script that copies configuration files over to our configuration folder from local share Omarchy and so on and so forth. And this is just such a straightforward way to set up a system. It's idempotent, it's easy to understand, and if you want to extend it, that's easy too. Again, we can see here that our Bluetooth controls are from Blueberry. That's a great program that I actually haven't even heard of before, but because it's installed and pre-configured for me, I get to just enjoy it. And on top of all of these programs, Omarchy has some really great configurations. You can see right now out of the box, Omarchy looks great, but if you want to change anything, you can just type Omarchy and you have a nice little TUI here for your setup, your theme, updating, all of that stuff. Click on theme, click on pick, and you can change to whatever theme that Omarchy has installed already. Out of the box, it has things like Cappuccine, which looks amazing, and oh my God, it actually just changed the whole entire theme for me. This is fantastic. You see, all of these theme files get symlinked into a special space, and all of the programs that are being used that are visual use the new theme when you switch themes. Omarchy is fantastic, and this is just such a fun experience for me that I would have never even thought to do on my own. Wow. Everforest looks pretty good. I think I'll keep that one for now. And one of the cool things about this theming is that when I open up NVim, sure enough, Lazy is now using the Everforest theme. Amazing. Now, if we go back to our Omarchy script, we can see that we have setup here, and setup will set up certain things like Dropbox, Docker, a fingerprint sensor, which, by the way, I set up my fingerprint sensor on my Framework laptop, worked perfectly out of the box, your FIDO 2 device, and so on and so forth. Omarchy has a lot of tools and a lot of theming and a lot of stuff already pre-configured for you, but it gets even better than that. You see, Omarchy also has some really ergonomic hotkeys out of the box. You can always discover these hotkeys by typing Super K, and this will show you all of the key bindings that Omarchy has in its configuration. I'll just hit escape there to get out of it. And some of the cool ones that I found is Super B opens up a browser, which is Chromium. Super Space opens up a launcher for Linux called Walker. I never heard of Walker before, but apparently it's fantastic. And after using it for a little while, I agree, it's really, really nice. And if you push Super F, this is your file system, which is Nautilus. I've used Nautilus a million times. Nautilus is great. Super W will close your windows, Super W, but there's also some really fun ones too, like Super A will open up ChatGPT, and Super Shift X will open up Twitter, but also have you posting in Twitter. So it is super easy to shitpost in Twitter. Let's just write something out. It's super easy to shitpost on Omarchy. Smiley face. And there we go. We just told the whole world how awesome it is to shitpost on Omarchy. So overall, Omarchy is just a fantastic way to get into tiling window managers, and Hyprland, of course, as well. Also, going back to our Omarchy script, if we go down to update, we can actually see that you can update individual packages or all of your desktop apps. Now, this is really interesting. You see, Omarchy actually has a really cool way of updating things that was brought over, I'm guessing, from Ruby on Rails. If we open up Omarchy right here and check out our directory, we can see that we have something called migrations. Now, migrations are really interesting. What these are is these are little atomic shell scripts that get run whenever a user updates Omarchy. There's a script that will look for all the migrations past the current date that you haven't updated it at, and it will run each one of those scripts one by one. These are small atomic updates that you can make to Omarchy, and I just think this is a really interesting and awesome way to handle updates to this Omarchy framework. You see, each little shell script is atomic, it's super simple to understand, and this migration system is actually fantastic. Having little time-stamped shell scripts that will run when you update Omarchy always leads to a great experience. So all in all, Omarchy isn't just a great setup for Hyprland and Arch Linux. I think there's a little bit more to it. You see, when it comes to Linux, I think the best part about it is the excitement that you get when working with something that's so customizable. And I think that some parts of Linux are just not that accessible to most people. There's a little bit of gatekeeping that happens when people say RTFM or read the effing manual. And some people just sort of turn up their nose at newcomers when it comes to some communities on Linux. I'm not talking about all of them, I'm just talking about some of them. And so for someone like me, when I was a lot younger, getting started with Linux, it was very intimidating. But tools like Omarchy would get me right into a tiling window manager, Arch Linux, and all the goodies that come along with it. I hope that Omarchy can help bring forward this new wave of developers, enthusiasts, just computer people into the Linux ecosystem and make everything better because of it. Because not only is Omarchy easy to use, ergonomic, but it's also easily extendable. But wait, how do you extend it? Well, in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to extend Omarchy the way I would like to do it. So stick around, subscribe, and hey, thanks nerds.